Hi guys, Gareth here and welcome to this Vino Plump production. Now you may be noticing there's a bit of a different look about me. Right, so yesterday when I did the video on the PlayStation Pro and talking about that and talking about all the Switch stuff that I spoke about yesterday, there's more Switch stuff I want to speak about in this video that I forgot to. Yesterday I was supposed to also debut this shirt, this now signature shirt I'm going to start wearing in videos. The reason for that is simply because I want a cohesive look style to my videos, and wearing a shirt is definitely one way to do it. The other day I was actually brushing my hair and I happened to brush my hair in exactly this way, and I sort of looked at myself and thought, actually that's not a bad hairstyle to maybe, I don't know, maybe actually try out here and there, see what people think about it, and to maybe use on videos, because quite often I make jokes that my hair is kind of wild and all over the place, and I do often look like I've literally just gotten out of bed. It looks like I've rolled out of bed and then decided to do one of these videos. So I'm going to start trying a more cohesive look on video, which means no matter what video you now look at, I should look something like this. You also have noticed that I have got a bit of a setup, although there's a mouldy old stepladder in the way at the moment, so I'm just going to do this. There we go, on the fly editing, not really editing, but you guys know what I mean. But yeah, you also notice that I've got this this backdrop, air quotes backdrop. If any of you guys don't know, this room is actually our washroom. It's our spare room. There's bits all over the place. There's, you know, I've got various strategy guides from various games. I've got my Game of Thrones books up there, or Song of Fire and Ice. I've got my Harry Potter books up there. There's a couple of retro computers in here. There's a bunch of retro laptops in that cupboard behind the camera, behind you guys. So there's all sorts of various knickknacks in this room, but primarily is used as a washroom. Not really a washroom, but a dry room, so to speak. Literally behind you is an area with some washing on it, and there's an area over there with some more washing on it. And over the years I've noticed that, yeah, you know, I'm sort of like, I don't really care whether people see socks and underwear on show, but then I kind of did some jiggery pokery and some sorting around, and, you know, managed to get a backdrop that looks fairly decent. Got the old I've got a floodlight then, softbox on me, and the camera in a good position. The other reason why I'm wearing a shirt, by the way, is this shirt is actually missing a button there. But the other reason why wearing a shirt is a good idea is because this is going to sound brilliant to you guys, but a shirt is really good for a lavalier mic, which is what I wear to do my videos. So I've been blubbering for 4 minutes now, and I'm sure many people have now tuned out because they want to get into videos. People's attention spans are very short these days, so if you don't get into the subject of video within 4 minutes, you seem to lose a bunch of people. So yeah, so there's a few things I want to speak about today. The first thing I want to speak about is I was on a Discord yesterday. I'm on many Discords. I'm on 3 or 4 Discords, including a private Discord that me and a bunch of friends use to talk to each other and, you know, what have you, and I speak to them in voice vocally nearly every day. There's a bunch of friends on there. Friends I actually shouted at before in these videos, in one of these videos. I was on that Discord earlier, and I was being my normal self. Now, as I've said on plenty of occasions, anybody who knows me from these videos and what have you, I've got a few sharp edges. I've got a sharp tongue. How can I put this? Okay, let's use this for example. I said on this Discord that I'm not going to list all of the games consoles I have because I'd be here for a long time. A, that was a joke, saying that I didn't really have the time right there and then to start listing all the game systems I had, and B, to be honest, doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And also, to be honest, I've sold 3 to 4 to 5 within the last year. So, you know, I've sold my Dreamcast, I've sold my Sega Saturn, I've sold a bunch of them. So I've got way less systems than I used to have. So it doesn't really matter to me so much what systems I do and don't have these days. I have a SNES Classic. My dad has a 3DS. I'm thinking of getting a 3DS, so I can play Virtual Console games on there. I've got a flash card for my for my regular DS, for the GBA card, so I can play GBA games on that. There are emulators around. You know, to be honest, I don't need, you know, owning the hardware is no longer important to me. It used to be important to me, not so much nowadays. So, you know. And basically someone replied to me saying, are you trying to flex? Are you trying to show off that you have a bunch of consoles? And are you trying to make other people feel inferior? No, I'm not actually, because literally yesterday I think I spoke on video. I can't remember if I actually said this on video. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm just going to say it quickly. Is Jason Schreier of Kotaku recently said that the 3DS is dead and that people should basically get on with things and move on to the Switch, despite him then admitting that he gets his 3DS out every so often and games on it for a period of time and then puts it back away and then forgets about it and then gets it back out when he remembers it. If that's not a euphemism, I don't know what is. Anyway. And he was basically saying that people need to let the 3DS die and move on to the Switch. He's not just talking about gamers or people that own a 3DS. He's talking about developers. He wants Nintendo, he wants other developers to move on to the freaking Switch. Now, one thing I will say is that Luigi's Mansion, the first one, is about to be released on the 3DS. It's a couple months away, I do believe. And that was a bit of a head scratcher why that was going to be released on the 3DS versus the Switch. I was kind of thinking, that's a little bit strange that that's on the 3DS versus the Switch. But Nintendo aren't stupid. They've probably looked at these statistics and found that it would sell better or do better on the 3DS than it would on the Switch. And the other thing you've got to remember is the 3DS has such a massive install base that putting a retro game onto the 3DS is going to sell extremely well on the 3DS. With a user base that's over 100 million, I do believe the 3DS has so many units out there now. And it's a game that people know about. You know, it came out in 1999/2000, whenever it was that Luigi's Mansion originally came out. And it's a game that people know. It's a known entity. So people know what they're buying when they buy Luigi's Mansion. Well, a bit of a tangent there, but you guys know what I'm basically going on about. Is that... Excuse me. But yes, that was a bit of a head scratcher while they're releasing the 3DS, but Nintendo know what they're doing. Nintendo aren't stupid. As I've said in many videos before, Nintendo don't own a single cent or whatever the equivalent, or a single yen of debt. So they know what they're doing, let's be honest. And there's been a few other articles that are written up to ride on the coattails of Jason Schreier's article, basically sort of saying that the 3DS should die of death and that the Switch should be the prominent console. Well, some people replied to a Twitter stream, a Twitter feed, should I say, that I was reading, where a bunch of people were saying, hang on, I still play my GBA, I still play my NES, I still play this system, I still play that system. One person said he still plays his Game Boy. You know, I still play my Game Boy, my original 1989 Game Boy. There's actually downstairs, actually it's a 1991 Game Boy, but that's beside the point. The original 89 Game Boy, the original monochrome grey brick that it is, I still play it from time to time because I play Wario World on it, which anybody who doesn't know, my dad's name is actually in the credits of that. That's not the reason why I play it, but it's actually one of my favourite games of all time. Not just in the Game Boy, just generally, to be honest. And I like to crack out that Game Boy every so often and play a bit of Tetris on there, because who doesn't like a bit of Tetris here and there? It just seems... How can I put this? Why would I flex and be like, oh yeah, I've got all these systems, when... How can I put this? To me, somebody who would flex and say, "Oh yeah, look what the system's got," it's the same person who would turn around and say, "Why are you playing a 3DS still? You should play a Switch." That strikes me as that's the kind of person who would say those two things. Maybe I'm wrong, but why would I, on one hand, advocate you playing on whatever system you play onto, whether it's still a PS2 or if it's still a PS1? Who gives a crap? If you're enjoying the system, kudos to you. More power to you. Off you go. You play your PlayStation 1. You enjoy that system, Why on one hand will I be like, yeah, I've got all these systems, look at me. Oh yeah, look at me, when I'm trying to advocate you playing on other systems. I've got a PSP, a Vita, that's technically dead at this point, let's be honest. I've got two PS2s that I don't have all the cables for, but I've got two PS2s. Sat there, that I don't have the cables for. I'm currently in the back of my head sort of considering buying another backwards compatible PS3. We'll see where things go with that one. And again, none of that is me flaunting, that's just me mentioning some of the systems I have knocking around that I could play and probably would enjoy. In fact, for the last week or so, I've been considering buying the cords I need to hook up my PlayStation 2 in order to play The Getaway and The Getaway 2, which I own on disc, or just anyway you can own it, but you know what I mean. I don't know. Anyway, I was called out several times on this Discord for being a bit of an arsehole. And the thing with it is, most people care what other people think about them. Most people want to present themselves in the best way possible, so they put their best foot forward at all times. Not me. I don't give two shits what other people think of me on first blush. If when you get to know me, we get to know each other, then if there's any problems down the road, I'll do my best to sort them. But I'm not going to worry about every single person I meet, whether they like me or not, especially not on the internet. That's not going to happen in any way, shape or form. I'm not about to bow down and kiss people's feet just because it's the nice thing to do. That's not me. If through discussion you get to know me, then I will by all means reciprocate and be nice back to you and be pleasant back to you. But I'm not about to be. I'm not unpleasant. I'm just not going to be sickly nice when I first see people, and that's on the internet and just in general that can come across as rude in some people's books. But at the end of the day, I am British. We are known for being a bit more harsh, although we are actually known for being very polite as well, which I'm courteous and I'm not although I don't necessarily care whether people think about me at first blush, I'm still courteous. I am extremely chivalrous if you don't know me. I hold doors open for people. I let people go first on buses when we're boarding buses. I am, I'm as gentlemanly as I can get. It's just that, I'm not about to fret and worry what people think about me as a person, and as I said, especially online, because I could be completely fake online if I wanted to be. I'm not fake online, but I could if I wanted to be. And it's kind of, I've been rambling for how many minutes now, but how can I put this? It kind of made me realise that I need to, rather than engaging with these people who keep calling me out, I need to take a step away, maybe go and game for a period of time, take my frustrations out on those games, and then maybe come back and speak to those people. But this particular Discord, to be honest, is run by a bunch of teenagers pretty much, and there's another Discord I do go on to that is far, far more mature. And even if there is a little bit of a tension between two people, it's very quickly dissipated, and we move on, and there's no problem. There was another thing about the Switch. I've already mentioned it about the Switch, but the whole Jason Schreier thing, and that Jason Schreier saying that Switch is now the system. I suppose it's a subjective thing, but I personally think playing whenever you want, whether you still got your 3DS not clunking around, that's a bit rude to say, whether you've got your 3DS knocking around and you're still playing on it actively, again, kudos to you. I'm not going to take that away from you in any way, shape or form, nor should anyone else. for that matter. And I just thought of something then that I was going to say that I've kind of forgotten about. What was I going to say? Yeah, this is good. This is good content. Yeah, very good content. What was I going to say? Switch 3DS. It's gone. It's gone. Can't be that important if I've forgotten it. No. What was I going to say? Oh, sorry. No, it's gone. Sorry, it's gone. So I'm going to move on from that and probably finish this video actually, because I think I've said primarily this video was just to debut this new style that I'm going to start rolling out for videos and doing things this way. And I just thought I'd ramble on camera for 16 minutes just to so you got 16 minutes of this. Oh, I sound like a bit of a douchebag right now. Anybody. Anyway, you know the spiel, guys. Like, dislike, subscribe. It's big, it's red, it's free. Do it! Hit the bell icon, make sure the quotation's around it, and you receive a notification to your device of choice. And as always, guys, you've been a very patient audience and supportive. And until next time, please take care. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheerio.